Are you ready? Here we go!
Taxi!
Hop in.
Welcome back to Ground Zero, where we're going to talk about cabbies who drive dangerously.
Taxi!
Everyone always has a bone to pick with cabbies.
And it's for good reason. It's because they're so reckless on the road. Just take a look at this taxi that has drifted into the middle of a traffic junction when the light was red.
Stomper Chong, who sent in the photo, suspects that the taxi driver must have dozed off and allowed his cab to move forward.
The Stomper Road, around noon I was driving when I saw this taxi moving slowly forwards despite the red light. He was almost in the middle of the junction before he started reversing. Another taxi almost hit him. How dangerous.
You know how all we get sleepy after lunch?
Yes, I get sleepy too, but that's really no excuse. I mean, if you feel sleepy after eating, then take a slow, leisurely walk to get your blood moving. Don't drive immediately. But if you absolutely have to drive, turn on the radio, put in a CD, loud metal rock CD, so the noise will keep you awake.
Right here.
Though 67% of Stompers rated this story low, falling asleep at the wheel is no laughing matter, really.
Nope.
Statistics show that 1/5 of accidents that happen between midnight and 6 a.m. are due to drivers falling asleep while on the road.
Another significant cause of road accidents is negligence. Reports suggest that negligence on the driver's part is responsible for at least 1/4 of traffic accidents.
Here's a local case to prove that point. A taxi driver was so preoccupied with talking to his passenger that he nearly ran Stomper's Desmond's 5-year-old son over at East Coast Park.
That looks like the bicycle path in the park. What was the taxi doing on the bike track?
Exactly. The driver admitted he was not paying attention when a near accident occurred.
He's lucky the Stomper didn't press charges. I would, you know. 2 other children also fell off their bikes when they were trying to avoid the taxi that was on the bicycle track.
What was he doing?
Not thinking, that's for sure.
After the Stomper confronted the driver, he hurriedly drove off, cutting through the walking path and onto the service road.
He could have caused more accidents, right? Stompers recognize that this is a serious matter, with 73% choosing enraged on the mood meter.
Stomper Mind Your Own Business also commented, "Please remember to send this a link, photos to traffic police. Seen too many taxis causing accidents lately. Don't know what they're doing, what they're thinking when they're driving."
They're probably not thinking very much. That's why these near accidents happen.
Taxi!
Right here.
And our final story about taxi drivers being a menace. This taxi driver was, luckily, only a menace to himself.
Stomper Yun Yong saw this taxi cab that had rolled into a canal at the foot of the hill along Clementi Avenue 2 near Block 408.
She believes that the driver had probably forgotten to pull the handbrake after parking the vehicle.
Stomper Galaxy Quest made an observation. Look at the rear reserve light, it's on. Maybe the driver forgot to shift back the gear to neutral, so he ended up starting the engine and hit the curb and began rolling downwards.
Stomper Louis still thinks this will be a costly mistake for the taxi driver. He writes, "Comfort Delgo takes $2,000. Tow trucks, few $100.
Ouch.
Garage takes a few $100.
Ouch.
Few days, no taxi to drive. Wow, lots of money lost for the uncle."
It would be ironic that the taxi driver would have to end up taking the taxis, right? Well, at least in this case, only the taxi driver pays for his own mistake. No one else was hurt.
If only we could say the same for all accidents. So, please, be careful and alert on the road. Don't take safety for granted.
Come on now, move it! Come on now, look at the time, you suck!
And our next clip, we take a look at a case of vandalism in Tampines Park.